Hello everyone, this is the second episode of First Skills Podcast Season number 2. Today is a special day. This time we are hosting two guests. So I present to you 2018 FGC alumni Mariem Mimouni and my dear teammate Mohamed Gdoura.
Hello.
So how are you doing, Mariem and Gdoura?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
Very well.
Doing great.
Oh.
Great.
So just like heads up, me and Gdoura are like spending the past couple of days, almost 2 weeks, like every day here in the club doing our work. So Gdoura is currently responsible of the programming part and he's being assisted by Aziz, who is a 2019 alumni.
Yeah.
So Mariem, if you remember, like I want to kick in the episode right now. What I want to say is, I told you to bring a souvenir.
Yes, I did, actually.
So, can you like tell us the story of that souvenir?
Okay. So today I brought with me a necklace, and this necklace has a very unique story behind it, because when in 2018 when we traveled to Mexico, the first day of the competition I was so ill. I didn't spend the whole day. It's like stay in a room in the competition and not being able to join the practice matches or any other activities my team was doing, because everyone was just having a lot of fun meeting the teams and getting acquainted with a lot of people, and I was just spending the whole day like doing nothing, resting, and that's it. So when I felt like so down, and I remember one of the volunteers of the first global, she was like helping me to go to the doctor, and she was translating actually, because all the doctors there were just talking in Spanish and we only talk in English. She was helped me a lot. And I remember the second day when I felt a bit better and I just joined my teammates to start the opening ceremony and the matches, etc. She gave me this necklace and she told me that I just like showed a lot of strength and power, because I just tried my best to join the team again, and she just said that I should keep that as a souvenir, and every time I feel like down or not able doing a lot, remember that the next day you'll be feeling better and you can continue what you're doing. So I love this necklace a lot, and unfortunately I'm not in touch with this volunteer, because in the first global when you meet a lot of people at the same time and you just can't keep or remember their names or stay in touch with them. So I hope that one day maybe we will meet again, but not sure this is happening or not. And yeah, if she's watching us, I'm gonna say thank you so much.
That's actually a really inspiring story, Mariem. I truly love it. But it came to my mind, like such a big competition, such a big event where you meet already too many people.
Yes.
Did you start meeting them before the actual competition? Or was it like mainly when you were there in Mexico?
Yeah, I remember when we were preparing for the competition, because we spent months building our robot and programming, etc. And we did a lot of online meetings with our other teams just to meet them, know more about how they're doing, and it's like sharing some maybe it's like ideas or something. And I remember we met a few people online, but then it's not like the same situation when you meet them in person. You're all in this big arena room and everyone is like seeing different people that are from different countries, different cultures, and you're seeing a whole diversity in a small room, like more than 180 countries just in a small area, and that was amazing.
Oh, that culture exchange thing happening
it's like
in a very small
like
place.
You look around, you look on your right, you have a team from South Africa, and then another team from Europe, another team from Americans. It's like amazing.
We were talking about long-lasting connections there.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So, like mainly today, like the main topic of this episode is going to be about programming.
Sure.
So, Mariem, programming, it is a very crucial part, especially when we're talking about robotics.
Yes.
And I guess, Gdoura, you can agree on me on that.
Indeed.
Yeah, so, this year it's actually an online competition. Well, we're still just in the phase number 1, so we're still waiting for phase 2 and 3 in order to come. Yeah, exactly. But Gdoura here, he is already doing some work.
Yes, sure. They're doing amazing work, I believe.
Gdoura, Can you tell the audience even a little bit about the work you are doing?
Well, we are brainstorming about a solution. Can't really tell what exactly it is about,
Ooh.
but it involves programming and coding. That's all I could say for now.
Can you like give us a sneak peek on where everything will be revealed?
Well, about that, depends on how much things we can accomplish in the work.
Okay, so you heard it, guys. Just keep tuning in order to know what Gdoura is hiding for you and the whole First Global Team Tunisia team. Okay, going back to you, Mariem.
Okay.
Like it's 2018. It was like the second edition,
Yes.
and
edition first.
the way I wanted to call it, it was the year of awards, especially for Team Tunisia.
Mm-hmm.
You acquired like 4 awards already.
Yes.
Like there was too much work put into it,
Sure.
and with too much work, I mean the preparation camp. There was a preparation camp held here in this club. I was a part of it, but when we're talking about programming, I wasn't really into it, so I don't really know much about how did all the programming happened here.
Mm-hmm.
So what can you tell us about it?
Okay, sure. So as you said already, like preparation camp for First Global for huge competitions, it's like a main part, especially in the first clubs.
Mhm.
That's a very unique thing that we do in our club, and that you can see different people, whether they are part of the team or not. Like we have the 2017 were supporting us. Other people, volunteers, as you said, you were part of the preparation camp, and now you are one of the 2021 like Tunisian team participating in the competition. So you see a lot of people. Some of us are just learning, others are supporting, others are doing a lot of things to prepare for the competition. And for the programming, it was like same for different fields. I believe you worked in the 3D design field.
Yep.
Yes, I was working with the programming, the 2017 programmer and other volunteers. It's like we were sharing our thoughts about how to program the robot, learning from the mistakes they've done in the 2017 edition, and just trying to improve our work, and then sharing what we've got, the result, with other people who are just learning from the whole experience, so they can be prepared for next editions to be part of the First Global. So programming, as I said, it was really fun to know it's like more of the previous experience and to just build on it and improve it, and it was amazing.
Okay, so speaking of building on a previous experience,
you
were a part of the preparation camp of 2017.
Yes, I was present there.
And can you tell like the difference between your programming skills back in 2017 supporting that team and the year in which you were supported by previous members and previous alumni?
Yes.
And how it escalated and how it progressed in order to become what you are today, especially like when you're like programming speaking.
Sure. For me, I was always passionate about programming and coding in general. I love like the.
Can you like ditch from when?
From when? Okay. Like we participated in 2018. I believe that I started programming. Was it 2015? 2015 or 2014 when I started not working on programming languages, but working on blocks, and it's like learning more about logical thinking, how to solve problems, how to code, etc. And I was really amazed and passionate about it. So I started learning more about programming. I started learning Java, and before even the First Global experience started, and then it was a great experience for me that in the First Global, they're using Java to program the robots, so it's like, oh, fine, I have some ideas, let's say, about this programming language. But when they first started with the 2017 team, like I didn't had another opportunity or previous opportunity to program a robot. I was only programming apps or coding on my computer. I didn't have the chance to program a whole robot, and it was a new experience for me. So seeing the 2017 trying to program the motors and the sensors, etc. It's like something new, and I loved watching and learning from them. And then when I had the chance finally to do all the work in 2018, it's just amazing that you are started from learning Java as programming language, doing some stuff on the computer, then say in the 2017 how they first started learning how to program their robot using this programming language. And for sure there's few changes, it's not the same, but it's like you learn new things. And then in 2018 when I learned completely from the beginning to the end how to program the whole robot, the details, and how to work on every part of the programming. And yeah, for sure it was a great progress.
Yeah, I actually remember the way the positioning of the wheels of the robot back in
Yes.
2018, and the idea that came to the team of making them different from the previous edition.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that took actually a challenge for
Yes, it
you
was
as
a huge
programmer.
Yes. It
Because
was a challenge for the whole team, not only for the programmer. It was a challenge for me. I was the second driver
Uh-huh.
of the team, and it was a challenge to drive the robot, a challenge to build it, and a challenge to program it. So yeah, it was a huge challenge for us.
Well, that's really interesting. But how about you, Gdoura? What can you tell us about your experience with programming, and since when are you programming?
Well, my journey in programming started when I got into First Class Club at the age of 13. Now I'm 16, so that should be 3 or 4 years ago. I started with Scratch, a software used for block programming. Then I moved into mobile apps development using App Inventor. And then I moved into robotics, where I had to learn about how to build robots and how to program them. But then I discovered that I'm more into programming than designing and building. I want to make things functional. I love the feeling of struggling too much and then finally finding the solution, finally seeing that the thing I'm trying to make, it's finally working. So
Great.
yeah, that's when I got into programming. I sticked to it.
Yeah. Something to add, for me, as I said, I started working on programming using blogs when I was in the 8th grade. I was, how old? I don't know, 13 maybe? Yeah. 14, let's say, okay. And after learning how to build mobile apps using platforms, using blogs, we started having the idea of sharing that knowledge with other people. And I remember Gdoura was one of my mentees. It was in
2018, 2019.
2018, 2019, yeah.
So you can see that coach to mentee relation that
Yes.
a couple you said it 2018.
2018, 2019.
Yes, so after she had her experience in the first global challenge.
Yeah, just the year after it.
Yeah, later
Exactly.
he became mentee, and now look at where we are.
Exactly, that's what I want to mention, is that you see in the progress. For me, I first started as just someone who's passionate about programming. It's my mentor, our mentor, was giving us some tools to learn how to code, etc. And then we started building on these tools and trying to improve our skills. And we started having classes, and then having the experience of First Global, and that having a whole year of coaching. And as I said, Gdoura was one of my mentees, and then he became a coach. And now seeing him the programmer of the 2021 team, it's you're feeling proud seeing that how our mentees who were present when we were participating in First Global in previous editions, and now they are joining the competition, and it's using their knowledge to participate and for sure make us proud of them.
Definitely like that. I mean, it sounds just the way how we are used to do it.
Yes.
I mean, I previously spoke with Slim in the previous episode, and that's basically what we were talking about, how it's that pattern that repeats itself every time, with you being like just a normal member, a normal mentee, you're just learning. I mean, like, all of us are learning, and we're
Exactly,
learning.
that's the point. Even if you're like a coach or a supervisor,
Yeah.
you're still learning. You're sometimes learning from the coach you are supervising, and the coach is learning from you, from your experience. And this is how it works, and this is how we all improve.
Yeah, and that's basically like how education should be.
Exactly.
Like
Back to
nobody,
our topic,
yeah,
education.
nobody is like superior to another one in terms
Sure.
of knowledge, but instead anybody can learn from the other.
Exactly.
Okay, so like, what can you tell, like, what changed you, especially like after going there? It was your first experience, I guess,
First experience with what?
an international competition.
International competition, yeah. It wasn't my first experience meeting people from other countries.
Mhm.
I traveled before the 2018, but for sure it was my first international experience where meeting a lot of people from different places at the same time.
Okay, but like, what is the impact that it had on you, like, Mariam before going there and Mariam of now? Like, it's not just about programming this time. It is
Sure.
about the whole way you used to
The
think.
whole first global experience.
Yeah.
Sure. I believe that first global is an experience that will affect you in different fields and will put an impact in you in different things. Because as you said, maybe it has an impact on me in the programming field, and for sure it has another impact for me on a personal level, which is, I believe, like seeing how First Global connected a lot of people. They have, like, as I said, different cultures, different religions, different countries, different ideas, and we were all working on the same goal. It's about whatever the thematic of the competition is, but like we're all working on doing something to make our world better. It just made me believe again that we all have the power to change if we are united. So yeah, this is one of the, let's say not impact, but one of the lessons I learned from the First Global.
So you're telling like unity's power.
Yes.
Precisely.
Yeah, and we got the International Unity Award.
Oh yeah, that was worth mentioning. Like, you had the International Unity Award, and it basically like describes all what you were saying. Like, what other awards did you have?
Okay, so in 2018 we had 4 awards. One of them is the Golden Medal for International Unity, and we also had Fundraising Award. We had the Best Mentor Award for our mentor Mrs. Fitton, and we have the Social Media Award. So
Nice.
it's like, I know that it's a great achievement for the 2018 team to have 4 awards, but I also want to mention that it's not the work of only 5 members and 2 mentors of the team. It was the work of a whole team, including the 2017 team, all the volunteers we had. Because here, I don't know, I feel it's something, as I said before, it's something unique and special for the First Club. Because when we have a competition, not only the members of this team are working, but we have a whole group working on for that competition. And it's just amazing because, as I said, it's not an award only for the 2018 team, but it's an award for everyone who just contributed to the success of this team.
So true. Okay, Mariam, we're kind of getting to the end part of our podcast. So, this is an online edition.
Yes.
Where
A
programming
bit
might...
different.
Yeah, exactly. So what would you tell programmers who are participating in this competition this year? Like, especially that their main work might not come yet, like still maybe in phase 2, maybe in phase 3.
Yes.
But what would you tell them, and how would you encourage them in order to keep doing what they're doing?
Sure. I would say they need to benefit from this experience as much as they can, because it's just a great opportunity for them to learn more about programming, to try. Because when you have it's like equipments and materials, and we were trying, changing code and seeing the effect. What if I try something else? This is a great way of learning things. Not only it's like learning online or something. For now, since they don't have their kits right, so they can start learning online, trying to check previous tutorials from the previous editions. This will help them a lot. And for sure, try to share their opinion. Try to ask other teams. If they have some problem, try to ask. I believe that there is the first global forum where they can ask questions, get help from their advisors, from their supervisors. And it's just a great time for them to learn. So just benefit from this experience as much as they can.
Thank you, Mariem, very much.
You're welcome.
Your contribution was very, very fruitful in this episode.
Thank you.
Same for you, Gdoura. Happy having you with me today.
Yeah.
And
Thank
this
you.
way we came to the end of our podcast. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, and see you next time.
See you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.